Bro, I'm talking the whole time my mic was on mute, bro. Fucking A. Damn, I'm talking the whole time my mic was on mute. It's kind of salty, bro. But let's get it, right. Let's extend this runner on gold. Let's extend this runner. Keep US 30. Looks like I didn't get the pullback I wanted to. Looks like it gave us this pullback instead. Look at our 5-minute time frame. On US 30, see if we missed any setups. Okay, we did miss a setup. Our setup on US 30 was this setup here. Was this market structure shift here. This was the setup missed. Top loss above this high. Target this low. And we would have been sitting, we would have hit a 1 to 2 risk reward already. We would have experienced some drawdown right over here. Almost get stopped out. This was the setup that was missed. Look at it on the 15-minute. Okay, we missed US 30 already. I was expecting a deeper pullback though, so that's on me. I should have used this level instead. But it happens, right? It happens sometimes. NAS 100. Let's redo my NAS 100 chart, my NASDAQ chart. Day time frame overall aggressively bullish. In between this high and this low, we just broke out of this high and didn't get a significant retracement yet. Now let's go to the 4-hour time frame. Looking on the 4-hour time frame. Let me make sure my mic is on. Get on. There we go. Looking on the 4-hour time frame, we are bullish here as well. We are bullish here as well on the 4-hour time frame. We just made a higher high after breaking this high here, and now we're in a 4-hour retracement phase. So we can use our fib to measure this kind of pullback. We have a fib level rejection right over here on this 4-hour time frame. And now let's look at the 1-hour time frame. Now 1-hour time frame is still bullish as well. We just have internal bearish structure. Our internal bearish structure is these lower lows and lower highs here. So technically we should still be looking for buys overall. Look good on Anus, my bad, bro. I think I fuck your name every time. It was a good game. Looking on NAS 100, we are over on the daily 4-hour and 1-hour bullish trend, but on our 1-hour time frame, we have bearish internal structure on the overall bullish trend, right? So ideally, I don't want to just buy just yet. I need our 1 hour to go fully bullish, and I will need to see a breakout of this 1-hour bearish structure. And where does that happen at? As price shift structure all the way up here. And we get to delete this mid-level because it's too choppy. Don't want to really focus on that mid-level. We can focus on these ranges here. As far as sales on NAS 100, I wouldn't want to sell until price come down here and take out these lows. This is where sellers regain control. But where price currently is, buyers are definitely still in control. It's just that it's just consolidating. So because it's so slow in the area, I don't want to really trade inside that area. Everything else, we are kind of just not moving. Oh, okay, we got a nice closure on NZDUSD, so you might get an NZDUSD trade. Looking on NZDUSD on our daily time frame, we're overall bullish. We're just in a deep daily retracement of a bullish trend. We're going on our 4-hour time frame. We are bearish. We have a market structure shift here where we decided to take out these lows. Looking at it, we have a left shoulder, a head, a right shoulder, a break, a retest, and a continuation. On a 4-hour time frame, looking on a 1-hour time frame, we have some equal lows here, a breakout to create a higher high on a 1-hour time frame. Now we just had another shift going back into bearish structure on the 1-hour time frame, alongside the 4-hour and daily. Alongside the 4-hour already being bearish, while the daily is in a deep retracement. Now you gotta change your name, bro. I just need to stop being so fast. I be talking too fast, reading too fast. That's probably why I be fucking your shit up. But you don't got to change your name, game. So in our 1 hour time frame, we did have a 1 hour bearish closure. This is a nice closure on that 11 a.m. candle. So we just need some kind of retracement on this 5-minute time frame. Look at the 5-minute time frame. We didn't really get a retracement that I would like. This retracement doesn't quite have structure yet. So we just need to see some structure form here first before we end up getting it on a sell. No structure, no trade. Look at GU, because GU should have the same kind of trade idea. Looking at GU, we're overall aggressively bullish. We are in a daily retracement below. We are in a daily retracement phase of an overall bullish trend. Look at our 4 hour time frame. A 4 hour is indeed bearish. We had a higher high, a higher low, a higher high. A market structure shift, meaning we have a now new lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, new lower low. So our 4 hour is indeed bearish. And now let's get into our 1 hour time frame. Looking at our 1 hour time frame, we are bearish here as well. We have a breakout. Now I just need to retest back inside this area. Look at our 5-minute time frame for structure. So before I get sells on GU, I want price to re-break this high first. Tapping into this area, and then I'll look for some rejection sells off of this area. I like this better than I like NZD/USD, so we're gonna put this at the top. I like this more than US30 because we already missed out on US30 as well. And I like it more than UJ. I mean, NAS 100. NAS 100. Price is consolidating, so no trade there. NZD/USD. I need to see a structured pullback. This pullback doesn't even have, not even close to having structure yet. So no trade there. US30. And we missed our opportunity here. Gold, I'm already in this trade from earlier. And GU is our next best thing. So that's what I'm focusing on, GU. This gold trade was some gas though, not gonna lie. This gold trade was some pressure. But GU is our next best option. I want to make a TikTok short. Well, a TikTok video, YouTube short TikTok video tape. I don't know what kind of video to make. I don't know if I should do a live trading video or from my trade during one session, or if I should do like an educational video, not really live trading, but like breaking down something. Let's ask ChatGPT. I want to make a short. Like, give me TikTok short video ideas. Give me TikTok video ideas. So they say I should do a live trading video, live trading breakdown. I really don't want to do live trading breakdown. Those videos are kind of boring to make. Because I'm already live trading in the first place. They're easy to make, but they're boring because I'm already live trading. Maybe I could do a live trade breakdown of this gold trade. That'll be for tomorrow though, because I'm still holding this position, so I don't want to do it until I post the end result. But I didn't record the before. So I didn't record myself actually getting in the trade because I took it off my phone. But I do got a screenshot from my phone because I just didn't feel like getting on my computer. So I took the screenshot on my phone in my trading view chart before I took the trade. And I'm just gonna put that in the video. Fuck it. Can you break down the gold again? Yeah, I got you, quiet guy. Give me a second. But actually, look, it's perfect time. I don't know if you can see. Let me turn my brightness down. All right. This was the screenshot before when I actually took the trade when I first got in. And I'm just gonna put that inside the video. But I didn't record on my PC because I just really didn't feel like getting out the bed. But I can do a gold breakdown. Quiet guy, I think this is my first time seeing your name in the stream, so you don't really know how I trade. So I'll have to go in detail about everything. Because everybody know I don't gatekeep nothing. Everything I know about trading, I just put it on full display on how I approach the market. I'm not really one of them people that gatekeep and be like, yeah, to buy my course or nothing like that. I put everything on full display. But I got you right now. Give me 1 second. So the foundation of my trading strategy, I trade support and resistance. So first, no, oh shit. All right, I got you. That's what I'm like. I don't think this is my first time seeing your name. All right, I got you. So I'm gonna go too much in detail. Overall, on the daily time frame, we're overall bearish now. We have our daily shifting structure here where we decided to go bearish. We have a left shoulder, a hit, a right shoulder, and a breakout. So our daily is indeed bearish. Looking on our 4-hour time frame, we are still bearish as well. We have a market structure shift here where we decided to go bearish, and we have lower lows and lower highs here. I was actually anticipating a reversal here. This is what I actually was looking for, but I always have a bias for both directions. So I was looking at taking loans above here if we can get a closure above, but because we didn't get a closure below, I mean, I'm looking at it like this was just a retracement. This was just a very steep retracement, but it was a retracement. I was looking at sells below here as well. So our 4-hour time frame is bearish as well. That's why I wanted to take sells overall, and then I dropped down to the 1-hour time frame. Look on our 1-hour time frame, and a lot of people might be thinking that the 1 hour is bullish because you see this aggression here, right? But I say this all the time: an aggressive push in one direction doesn't mean the trade idea is bullish, right? If this bullish push doesn't take out a lower high, then it's not a bullish trend. So if we look on a 1 hour time frame, we have this higher highs, higher lows, the internal structure. This push down took out these lows right over here, but it never printed a lower high and a new lower low yet. So this overall whole entire push was a whole retracement. This was just a very, very, very steep retracement, but it was a whole retracement. Price came up here to retest these highs up here, but we didn't get a closure above. So this is technically still bearish structure. Even though we wicked it, if we would have closed below, that would have been different. But we didn't get a close above, that would have been different. No close above, so our 1 hour is still bearish. So I simply waited for a 1 hour closure below these lows right over here, which would be our shoulder of our inverted head and shoulders. And that closure came with this 1 hour candle right over here. This 1 hour candle gave me the candlestick closure. Once I see the candlestick closure, I just went to the 5-minute time frame and waited for higher high and higher low formations to form after the closure. And then if you look at on the 5-minute time frame, we have price breaking above this lower high here. Looking at this structure, we have this higher highs and higher lows over here. First, I waited for this breakout. I didn't get in just yet. I waited for this candlestick to retrace first, just to confirm, because I wanted to wait for a closure. But then as I was waiting for the closure, I didn't want to let the trade go without me either. So what I did was use a sell stop at the break of this. After this candle closed, I used the sell stop at the break of this low. I got in a little bit earlier. So, but if essentially I was waiting for price to take out this low, but I got in a little early just because I didn't want to FOMO. I didn't want to miss this trade opportunity. I didn't want it to drop because it was a hot time of volume. We coming across that 9 a.m., that New York volume. in that New York and London overlap, and I didn't want to fucking miss this trade, to be honest. So I got in a little bit prematurely, anticipating that volume could just carry price down. When you trade in high times volume like New York session, where you got the London and New York overlap, a lot of times your trade may push without it even giving a pullback like this. So understanding that this was a high time of volume, I got in a little bit prematurely than I normally would if I would just trade in London, set my stop loss above these highs, and then I was just looking to target the bottom of this 1 hour range or these lows down here, which these wicks over here. These wicks over here as well. This was my overall target. I took parcels at a 1-to-1, then I held full to here. I just took some more parcels off. So that was the gold trade. I'm thinking about scaling in, but I really don't want to scale in now. I low-key want to scale in that if we could retest, like give me another 1 hour closure, give me another break and retest, but on a 1 minute time frame, because I use a 1 minute time frame for my scale-ins. But I low-key don't want to scale in is because like I'm scaling to a move that's overall already aggressive. Like if it would just trickle down here like a slow push, then I'll be open to taking the scale in. But because the move was already fast, like I don't know when this retracement is going to happen or how steep this retracement is going to be when it finally decides to give me a lower high and then a new lower low. I don't know how steep the retracement is going to be, and I don't know when the retracement is going to happen. It could happen now. It could come a little bit further and then give me a retracement, right? But if it'll just make its way down slowly, I'll be more open to taking scaling. But because this push down was very aggressive, I don't really want to scale into that. But I do see a scaling as we re-break this. I mean, as we break and retest this level right over here, then we could look to trade into this area or this area. That was the gold trade idea, though. Let's look at the TikTok chat. Oh, hey, nice to meet you. Nice to catch your life. What's good, gospel girl? Do you go through each time frame and mark the support and resistance? So the way I trade, I use the high time frames for directional bias. So I use the daily and the 4 hour time frame to get an idea of the overall direction of that day. Then I go to the 1 hour for my levels. Do you scale in with lower risk? No, I scale in with the same risk I'm already in with my first position. So if I take a first position and if I risk 1% on my first position, right? And I take my first position already in profit and I scale it on a trade that's already in profit, then I would just scale in 1% again. It would still be technically 1%, but even if I lose the scaling, I won't lose more than what I already secured because I already secured partials on my first position being up more than 1%. So worst case scenario, if I take a scaling and I still lose, I'm still green on the day because I already secured more than 1% on my first position. But it's situational. Sometimes if it's like my scaling is a little too aggressive, then I'll scale in with lower risk. So it's like situational. But most of the time, I would just scale in with another 1% risk. But I use the daily 4 hour and 1 hour to get a directional bias, a sense of the overall direction. I use the 1 hour for potential zones or support and resistance areas where I look to trade off of, and then I'll use the 5 minute for entries. What's good, Michael? What's up, gang? But my next trade opportunity will be on GU. In order for me to trade off GU first, I need price to re-break this high first. If price can re-break this high in a 5 minute time frame to show me that the 5 minute is now going bullish and just giving me this 5 minute structure like this, then I could take a market structure shift to go bearish alongside the overall higher time frames already being bearish as an added confluence. And I could just look to target the lows. But if it don't happen in this order, then I don't get a trade. But it's looking good to happen so far. And then looking left to current price, we got a lot of range to fill. This is clean price action to fill. This is a lot of imbalance that price needs to balance itself out. And looking on the higher time frame, we have a left shoulder. We have a left shoulder, a hit, a right shoulder, a break, a retest for a potential continuation for price to come down into all of these lows over here. This could be a nice ass trade on this GU sell position. And then it's not like this breakout was too aggressive. This breakout really took its time. We had some consolidation. Well, we had some internal structure here going bullish. Then we had a bearish shift going lower here. And it wasn't just a straight dump off. Like it actually made lower lows and lower highs as it came down. Let me know that it wasn't too aggressive. So I'm not selling too late. And then the trade, the trade from last night that you missed during London session was the EJ trade that I caught earlier. Damn, I just cleared my chart. That was the trade right here. I could break this trade down as well. Daily time frame, overall bullish. We're creating clear higher highs and higher lows. It's really self-explanatory. This is a massive aggressive push with no real retracement. So daily is overall bullish. Looking at that four-hour time frame. If I'm talking too fast, let me know. If I'm looking on the 4-hour time frame, we're overall bullish as well. We're creating clear higher highs and higher lows with this price action here. We have a higher high, a higher low, a new higher high. Now that we this high in price, like I'm not gonna try to sell something that already this high. I'm also just keep going with the overall bullish momentum. This is my most recent high. This is my most recent higher low. This is my previous higher low, right? I mean my previous higher high. This is the range that's now being formed on the 4-hour time frame. Then we jump down to the 1-hour time frame. I overall got a sense of direction, meaning I want to buy overall. We are aggressively bullish on the daily 4-hour and 1 hour. So first, looking on the 1-hour time frame, we created this high all the way up here, a higher low right over here based off of this 1-hour time frame. I simply just waited for price to pull back into this previous high to potentially take some trades using this overall wick as my zone. And then my first target was just this previous high right over here. So price gave me aggressive breakout with a 1-hour closing above this level of resistance here. I waited for price to pull back into this area to see if this level could hold as support. But it's important to make sure when you're looking at a level to hold as support that the level actually has structure. If it doesn't have a structure, pulling back into that retest, it's probably going to be a fake out. So I dropped down to the 5-minute time frame just to make sure that this retest actually has structure on the 5-minute. And then look on the 5-minute, we first took out this higher low. Let me know my 5-minute is going bearish. And then once we took out this low, same thing I waited for on GU. I needed to see lower lows and lower highs forming. And as you can see, we got clear low lows and lower highs here. I have a lower low and lower high, a relatively equal low. So I just took a buy as the market came up to take out this high over here. Got in a little prematurely. Actually, I didn't get in prematurely on this trade. I actually executed up here. But I don't know why on Trade Locker, the entry they filled me at was 171451. So it gave me a better entry than I actually wanted. Because I was trying to enter at this breakout on this candle. Like on an actual different candle all the way above here. But Trade Locker didn't fill me until 171451. So it actually gave me a better entry. Then had my top loss overall below the level just to be a little bit more safe. That was also below the currently hourly candle at the time. And held for about a 1 to 1.46 risk reward. I wanted to hold for full 1 to 2. That was a little bit further up, but price came all the way up into this area and started to stall. Once I seen price starting to stall and consolidate over here, I'm like, okay, price is slowing down too much. I don't want price to slow down and then reverse on me, and I let this winning trade turn into a loser. But this is where I decided to just get out my trade pool and like just take the win. But if it didn't stall here and it was still aggressive, like this 1-hour candle right here was hella aggressive. This was one massive bullish 1-hour candle. I was anticipating this volume could continue up, but it started to slow down. Now you can see for the next 1, 2, 3, 4 hours, it would just consolidate. I didn't want to sit there while it just stalling right there. So I decided to close full at that point. But let's focus on GU now because we just took out this high as I was anticipating price to do. Now I just needed to tap into this level. Once we tap into this level, I will set a sell stop at this low down here. If I get sell stop at this low, I could use this high on this current hourly candle as a stop loss, anticipating that we can respect that high. Then I'll look to target this level down here and look to target these levels down here. Actually, I wouldn't even target this level. This level is too tight. I wouldn't even worry about that level. That level is way too tight. Yeah, I would look to hold for a 1 to 3 risk or 1 to 4 roughly at this level down here. I would take partials at a 1 to 1. And other than that, yeah. Oh, if we don't get this entry down here and price decides to tap to this level, create a higher low, and then re-break this high, I would simply just take my entry from being here to give me a better entry here with a tighter stop loss and then a better risk reward. So as price make new highs in this area, I would just keep trailing my entry higher and higher until we eventually get that structure shift in that 5-minute time frame. Very clean range to fill on GU. Nah, yeah, this range is very clean. I don't know what was up with Trade Locker though. That shit filled me in at a different price than what I actually sold at, but it filled me in for a better price. Now, if it had filled me in for a worse price, I would have been pissed off. Like, damn, that shit slipped me like 10 pips. But because it filled me in at a better price, I'm not even gonna complain, gang. I'm not even gonna lie. Oh, I had this excuse me. This EJ trade I had the same idea with GJ at the same exact area. Yeah. So I had the same idea with GJ at this break and retest. From this breakout, this retest right over here on this 5-minute chart with these relatively equal lows and then market structure shift. I had the same idea on this pair as well. Stop loss below this low and look to target these highs up here. Look at the target these highs, or I could have been a little bit more aggressive and had a stop loss below this low, give me a better risk to reward. But I didn't take this because I was already in EJ. And because those pairs are relatively correlate, I didn't want to take both of them. Let me go get a bottle of water real quick. I'll be back. Which firm you trade with? I trade with Top One Trader. And I'm working on another challenge with Alpha Capital. And with Alpha Trader, I passed phase 1 already. I'm on phase 2. But Top One Trader is the firm I've been using, like my main firm. This is my first challenge with Alpha Trader that I just started like 2 weeks ago. I passed phase 1 already. I'm on phase 2. But I'm gonna get about a rotor real quick. You 10? What you mean, Michael? What you mean in my 10, bro? Type error. Oh, you had a typo? Do you think currency is better than ES or NQ? Like, are you asking, do I think Forex is better than futures? No, there is no one better than the other. They all have the same potential. There is no one financial market being better than the other to me. More opportunities? Nah. They all the same to me. They all have price action. They all have higher highs and higher lows. They all have market structure shifts. So it's no difference. The risk to reward potential is the same. It's just up to the traders. A lot of people say it's a difference. Only difference is in volume, and one moves more than the other as far as points or tickers per day, I guess. But other than that, No real difference to me. Price action is price action no matter what financial market it is. And that's why I focus on trading pure price action. And when it comes to teaching, I teach pure price action because the way I trade can be applied to any financial market. It can be applied to futures, indices, crude oil, index. It can be applied to anything. As long as that chart has price action, then you should be good to go. I'm not going to say Forex respect levels more or ES respect levels more. Like, there is no difference to me. And as far as potential to make money, I guess, again, there is no difference. 1% is 1% no matter what it is, whether it's futures, Forex, indexes, stocks. 1% is still going to be 1% no matter what financial market. So, yeah, there's no difference to me as far as trading. Now, the difference is in the prop firm space. It's easier to pass futures prop firms than it is to pass Forex prop firms. Futures prop firms are cheaper than Forex prop firms and things like that. You should start using your certification on the thumbnails for your live streams and YouTube videos for my views. I thought of that, but my real name is without my shit. My real name long as fuck. That's a little bit too federal. My first name got 15 letters in it. That shit federal as fuck, bro. Put some music on. I be wanting to play my actual music playlist, but like, YouTube be copyright strike. I remember back in the day, I used to be live stream every day and listen to music and don't have to worry about copyright strikes. But now, bro, they copyright strike every motherfucking live stream. Damn, bro. They just trying to vibe out and chat. I'll play some cool little lo-fi vibes. Bro, I remember the good old days, bro. I want to say like last year, maybe a year and a half ago. I had a theme song that every time I hit a TP on my trade, I had to play that song and shit. And that's when trading live trading was fun, bro. That shit ain't fun no more. Bro. I be bored as fuck live trading, bro. That shit not coming on my head. Why that shit come on my speakers? Huh? If the music's too loud, let me know. If the music louder than my voice, let me know. The fuck did my phone just rotate sideways, my nigga? I seen somebody in the TikTok chat join the fan club earlier on a live. But I have no idea what the fuck that is. But whatever that is, I appreciate that, bro. Even though I have no idea what the fuck the fan club is. Where the fuck the gold go? Oh, there we go. Okay, look at this rejection here. I don't like this rejection. Now I'm looking at like prices had aggression. Now it's look like it's starting to slow down here again. Oh, excuse me. Just admire how clean my chart looked though. Damn, my chart's been looking so sexy. Look how clean my levels are, bro. Okay, now look how clean my levels are. Look how clean and well respected they are, bro. Just zooming out. The whole fucking time my mic is unplugged. Do y'all hear me talking? I be having a rap sometimes. Like, I didn't even know my shit was unplugged. Yo, like, I found a new addiction, chat. My new addiction is watching TikTok live, people on TikTok live trading. Can you take a look at 03040? I got you. I found a new obsession with watching people live trade on TikTok. Not gonna lie, I've been watching that shit all night. Right after before I even live traded during London session, I was watching TikTok live. Then I stopped watching people live trade on TikTok. Then I started live trading. Then after I got done, I went right back to watch people live trade on TikTok. It's so entertaining. But looking on the daily time frame, I want to say we're bullish. Yeah, we're bullish on the daily. We just made a new high here. This is our most recent higher low, and we are sitting under this rejection wick as well. So our daily time frame is bullish. Looking on our 4-hour time frame, we're bullish as well. We had a market structure shift here on a German 40, where our 4-hour went bullish. We have clear higher highs and higher lows here. We just making a new high right now. So according to the daily and the 4-hour, I would rather be looking for buys overall. Looking on the 1-hour now, price just gave you a candlestick closure above these highs right over here. Let's just simply adjust this line so that way it's up here as well. 1-hour is bullish as well. We were bearish back over here, underneath lower lows and lower highs. We have a shifting structure here where the 1-hour went bullish. Now you have this higher highs and higher lows. This is your most recent higher low on the 1-hour time frame. So according to 1-hour, you should be looking for buys as well. This is the bottom of this range that we just broke out of. Our 1-hour gave you a confirmed breakout with this hourly candlestick close above here. And this hourly candlestick close above here give you nice closures. Looking on the 5-minute time frame, if you want to be aggressive to take an aggressive breakout, you could do it on a 1-hour time frame. As use this previous candlestick wick as an entry for buys. Stop loss below this previous candlestick low as well. I wouldn't do 795. I'll run into 8 flat. This is the potential setup. I think this could play out as far as an aggressive trade. To be a little bit more conservative, I'll wait for 5-minute structure like I do most of the time. But our 5-minute already has bullish structure. You don't have any bear structure yet. Our bear structure doesn't happen until price reclaims low. To be more conservative, wait for price to reclaim this low with bear structure, but then take a market structure shift, giving you a better entry and a better stop loss for better risk to reward. But if it doesn't give you a structure on this retest and it just continues up and takes out this hourly high, you can get an aggressive entry below this, like the first example. But I do think buys overall. If that doesn't work out, and if this retest overall fails, it reclaims its 5-minute low, the retest fails and just gives you a deep retracement, you can look for a fib play off of a 1-hour fib level to pull back into this bullish fib area. This bullish fib area on a 1-hour time frame also aligns with this 1-hour previous high right over here. So you can either wait for the 5-minute to reclaim this low with structure for conservative entry. You can wait for aggressive entry above this high for a breakout. And if price reclaims this low and fails to hold, you could look for potential buys here. But I would look strictly looking for buys overall. As far as sales, I wouldn't want to sell on German 40 until the 4-hour shift bearish. That doesn't happen until price come all the way down here. But as far as where price is currently at, I would strictly look for buy opportunities. Hopefully that makes sense. Do you trade this pair? No, I don't trade it. I mainly trade Forex pairs, NAS 100 and US 30. That's about it. But because I trade pure price action, I could trade anything that has candlesticks, because that's what price action actually is. Like somebody yesterday during the live, somebody asked me about ES, and I gave them an ES setup that was a complete fucking banger. 2 ES setup that was a complete banger. Somebody asked me about ES yesterday. I gave them this setup that was a fucking banger and this setup that was a banger. And that's the benefits of understanding pure price action. Like I can literally trade any chart. And I don't even trade ES. Okay, we look like we're slowly approaching this level up here. Like we might tap into it right now. We have a little small resistance here. Now this is where a market intuition comes into play. Do I look at this like an actual 5-minute retracement, or do I just ignore this and wait for a deeper retracement? I could trade off of it. I could not trade off of it. It's scary right here. Because this retracement doesn't line up with a previous 1-hour candle, I don't want to trade this off of that. I think I want a better retracement than that. Off of like a higher low. Other than that, I would just take this one down here. I really don't want to take this one. This would be a little bit too aggressive for me because this doesn't line up with an hourly candle as well. I would be more conservative and take this entry down here. Sacrificing this pip difference, I'm okay with sacrificing 16 pips. Just to be a little bit more patient. I'm cool with that. I actually want to see how that German 40 trade play out. I'm gonna go back and look at it before I get off the New York system. Oh, hey, quiet. You got you took gold sales earlier at 10 a.m. Three 21. Oh, so you try to catch his first breakout. So wait, did you enter here? I'm assuming. Then got stopped out. Yeah, I think this is where you entered at. Got stopped out and then it ran. Took me out, then melted. Yeah, I think you entered off the candlesticks over here. Cause you said the 15-minute chart. Let me go look at it again. Oh wait, so you sold before we even created this equal low. You sold back here. You had a stop loss at 1329. So you had your stops up here at 1329. This is where you got taken out at. You sold off this these candles over here. So your setup was a little aggressive. Matter of fact, before I give you my feedback on that trade, what do you think about that trade? Let me know what you think about that trade first, then I'll give you what I think about it. Savage Money Trading was good, gang. If any new people in the TikTok chat, let me know what y'all trade, bro. What pairs y'all like to trade? Do y'all trade futures? Y'all trade Forex? Y'all trade gold? Y'all trade NQ, ES stocks, S&P? Let me know what y'all trade in the chat. Yo, TikTok live trading is so addicting because it's so many ICT traders on TikTok. It's insane. All the people that I watched live trade last night on TikTok, I want to say 95% of them all trade. I think I ran into 2 people that didn't trade ICT. To be honest, I liked it. Well, maybe it was aggressive. It was definitely aggressive. Well, let me pause the music real quick so I can talk. I can't talk and listen to it at the same time. I'm not going into detail about stuff. So, I'm looking at GU first. Because we haven't traded this level with no structure yet, so no trade. Well, not enough structure yet, so no trade. But let me go to a ping breaking chart. So there's 2 kinds of entries: aggressive entries and conservative entries. Not only do you have 2 kinds of entries, you have 2 kinds of stop losses: an aggressive stop loss and a conservative stop loss. Any kind of breakout trade with momentum is aggressive. Any trade that has a breakout without a retest is aggressive. Okay. any trade that has a breakout with a retest is conservative. The aggressive approach gives you the aggressive approach, you expect volume to carry your trade to your profit, take your TP for a breakout. When you have a break and retest, you're not really focused on volume, just focus on market structure to play itself out. So if you have a consolidating market or something like that, then you have an aggressive trade in one direction. Hypothetically, this is the range. The top of the range, this is the bottom of the range, right? You expecting that the volume after breaking these highs just continue to go your way, and you're anticipating to catch that move to make a new high. So that makes it aggressive. As far as a break and retest, you're waiting for that higher low to form. You're predicting where that higher low is going to be, and anticipating that market structure holds itself, plays itself out, and this high low never get broken. And you expect the market structure to carry your trade where you want it to go. Right? Those are two kind of trades. You got aggressive trades, which is breakouts. You got the conservative trades, which are break and retest. Right? Also, we have also you have aggressive stop loss. So whenever you take a breakout trade, most of the time when people take breakout trades, they have their stop loss below that current candle or that previous candle low, based off of whatever time frame they took that breakout on, anticipating that that low never gets broken. And as far as I said already, as far as break and retest, you anticipate that market structure plays itself out. The thing about breakouts, breakouts is a lot of short. It's more so for the short term move. Like you anticipate that spike in volume is what carries your trade out. Break and retest is more so not really short term. It's like a middle ground between mid and long, right? Because you're not worried about volume, just letting market structure play itself out, letting the higher highs and higher lows, stuff like that form. The reason why I said your trade was aggressive is because it had an aggressive breakout with no retest. You got in the trade before the retest actually happened. So let's go back to it. Actually, let's pull up on a different chart. That way, it's not my stuff on the screen. So I think you entered off the 15-minute. Why the fuck does goal look different than my goal? Am I tripping? Oh, here we go. It was up here. Yeah, you had 29 top. Okay, there it was. So you had a trade like this. So we're off of these candles. Your stop loss is at 20, 33, 29. Somewhere like this. This was your trade idea. So nothing wrong with taking aggressive trades. I take aggressive trades sometimes. So if you like taking aggressive trades and that works for you, take aggressive trades, right? But put it in the Discord if you don't have the time now. Can you look at yes when you get the chance? Yeah, I got you. Keep on something like that. I already know. Okay, this was your aggressive trade. Yeah, entry relatively somewhere around here, around these candlesticks, and then stop loss about the time. Right? When you are taking an aggressive trade, there's always a chance that a retest is going to happen because price never goes down forever. Price never goes up forever. It moves in higher highs and higher lows. So it's either if it's going to hit your TP before it retests, or is it going to hit the stop loss before it retests? On that retest. Those are the two things you got to worry about when you trade and break a retest. So, and when you take an aggressive trades, is your retest going to hold and not hit the stop loss, or you're going to hit TP before the retest actually happens? In this case, for this trade that you took on gold earlier, the retest actually took you out before it went your way. The positive takeaway about your trade that you took is you were right about the direction. You were just wrong about the timing. That's a positive. You got the right direction in the market. You're just wrong on the timing. When you trade aggressive trades, stop loss is important because you always want to put your stop loss in the area that invalidates your trade. You don't want to avoid stuff like this happening. You gotta put your stop loss in the area that invalidates the trade. So, with that being said, if your breakout was based off of this low being taken, your stop loss should have been above this high, because this was the confirmation candle that took this low. It would have diminished the risk to reward potential, but from where price is currently at now, you still would have hit a 1 to 2.5 risk to reward. If your breakout was of this low here, your stop loss could have been here, would have been tighter, but this is a stop loss that invalidates your trade. But even this kind of breakout is still invalid because this is not a significant level. This breakout is in the middle of nowhere. So if I put a line here at this breakout right over here and I look left, there's no real significance to this level. You have potential rejections here, really, but this is just a 15-minute. If you go to the higher time frames, like the 1 hour, there's no real significance to this level. Actually, yeah, you have more here. But then it's flawed because this is not an actual breakout. For the simple fact that even though price closed below the bodies of these candlesticks, it still didn't close below the wicks. And understanding candlesticks itself, you understand that wicks are rejections and closes are confirmations. So if price closed within wicks looking to the left side of price, it's not really a confirmation because it didn't close it below those wicks. So your breakout was a little premature, according to the 1 hour time frame. According to the 15-minute time frame, it was a confirmed breakout, but at an area that have more rejections looking left. Even if I draw it from this body to this wick, this is still premature to this 15-minute. See what I'm saying? So overall, the trade was a solid trade. You were definitely right about the direction. Just timing was off. That's about it. And stop loss placement. If you'd got better timing and better stop loss placement, that would have been definitely a banger trade. Hopefully that makes sense. Can you look at ES when you get a chance? Yeah, I got you on ES. And you put it in Discord if you don't have the time now. Yeah, I put it in Discord, so I got you. ES on a daily time frame overall aggressively bullish. We have a very aggressive new high with no real retracement on a daily time frame. Look on the 4 hour time frame, we are still aggressively bullish as long as we remain above 6,240. That's where the 4 hour decides to go bearish below that area. And I wouldn't use this area just because we have more wicks below it. So instead, I would just use 6,225. I would just use this area instead. But our daily and our 4 hour time frame is still bullish. We are just in a retracement phase of those higher time frames. Looking on the 1 hour time frame, we are indeed bearish here though. So I would rather take buys than sells on ES. But buying right now, I would not want to do that. Sorry about that. Had a yawn real quick. Our 1 hour time frame is bearish though. So I don't want to buy by 1 hour as bearish. We just took out these lows right over here. And now we creating these lower lows and lower highs on ES. So if you want to take a candlestick trade and try to fade the 4 hour daily time frames, because we're at all-time highs and you anticipate, not all-time highs, but we are aggressively at very high in price with no real retracement at all. Like you only have in the past 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. In the past 9 daily candlesticks, you got one bearish candle, right? So there's really been no fucking retracement on ES. So if you want to fade price being this high in price, you could take some counter trend fades according to the 1 hour already being bearish below 22.71. Actually, I wouldn't even do below there because this area already got rejected and failed. So I wouldn't want to trade below that area anymore either. This is still technically a decision level. This is overall consolidation. I wouldn't want to trade inside consolidation. You could fade the counter trend below 62.46. Other than that, other than them counter trend sales, your pro trend trade will really be above 63.15. So your high probability setup will be above this 1 hour lower high. And then your lower time frame, not your lower time frame. Your lower time frame, which would be the 1 hour fade or the 1 hour counter trend play, will be below 62.47. But where price is currently at, I wouldn't trade here at all. This is actually a decision level. This area got rejected and faked out too many times to be taking a trade based off of that. I would literally just delete this level. I would delete this level at the fake out and just focus on this level right here. Now, if price decides to pull back, push down deeper into this level, creating these equal lows, and then push up, you could get a better entry on these buys at 62.90 instead of 63.14. You can get a better entry at 62.90. But before that can happen, you need price to create these equal lows first. Actually, these lows are already relatively equal. The reason why I'm saying they're not really equal yet is because I'd rather see body closes here. But we do have wicks projecting into these bodies to the left. Well, technically they are still equal. I would say the aggressive trade would be 62.90 buys. The more conservative setup would be 63.14 buys. The counter trade to try to fade the 4 hour daily being aggressively bullish will be below 62.47. I'm gonna leave this on the chart too, just to see how this play out tomorrow. Let's see what German 40 look like. The 1 hour time frame. All right, so we did get a 1 hour closure. Our 1 hour closure did still close bullish, but still below the level that we're looking for on GBP USD. I'm still looking to take some sells here, but like I don't like this is a tricky one. This is one where this is like a market intuition kind of setup here. Like, I could still sell, but I'm not really counting this as a higher low. Even though it is a higher low, this is a fucking very minor higher low. Like, I really don't want to sell it. But it could play out though. At the same time. I can have a 20 pip stop loss above this high. Be a little bit more conservative and go 25 pips, just a 5 pip difference. And my first market structure target would be at a 1 to 1.7 risk reward. But G has so much more downside potential to hit for crazy ass risk reward. Even at this level of support down here, this is a 1 to 3. And below that level, we can have a fucking runner to a 1 to 8. Like, it has so much downside potential on G. But I don't want to be too aggressive here. I'm literally thinking about being a little more conservative and waiting for a deeper breakout. Below 1.354 flat. So this area, I could have a 40 pip stop loss instead of a 25. Almost doubling my stop loss based off of an entry perspective, but giving me the added confluence that okay, we definitely bearish below this level at this point. And I don't sacrifice too much risk reward. This is still a 1 to 4 risk reward potential. What time the London session stream starts? Bro, London session stream start in between 1 and 3 a.m. Like, I don't have a set time for when I start London session stream. I low-key wanted to go to stream London session last night either at all. because everything looked too choppy. Nothing that I really wanted to take, like I was excited about taking. So I'm like, bro, shit moving real slow. I really don't want to take that one for real. I wasn't going to stream the limit session, and then I looked at EJ. Then I said, fuck it, we're just gonna take this. And then I hopped on. So I think I hopped on like 3 a.m. or so. But most of the time, London session would be between 1 and 3 a.m. to start. Then if I start at 1 a.m., I will end at like 3:30-ish. If I start at 3 a.m., I will end at like 4:30-ish. But like, I don't want to start a stream knowing damn well I'm not gonna take a trade. So if I see shit playing out real slow or taking too long to play out or get to my area that I want to trade it at, I'm not even gonna start a stream. I'm not about to be sitting here and doing nothing. The only reason why I'm trading New York right now is because like I'm unsatisfied with my London session position. I only closed for like a 1 to 1.5 risk reward. I'm low-key unsatisfied with that. I low-key wanted more off of that trade. Low-key. I'm lucky sorry I missed the US 30 position though. Sometimes the thing about being conservative majority of the time, sometimes I be a little bit too conservative and I miss setups. How long do you hold trades? Whenever I hold trades for however long it take until it take me out until I see it slowing down. On average, based off of like my funded account metrics, you say I average holding trades for 1 to 5 hours. But in reality, I hold trades however long it takes to work. I really don't give a fuck. What do you think about Alex G? I think his trading strategy works because it's very simple. But other than that, I don't really have an opinion on Alex. I learned a lot from him, but I don't try to mimic him. I think Alex G is very beginner friendly. There we go. That's a good way to put it. I think he's very beginner friendly. I don't like the way Alex draw his support resistance levels. The reason why I don't like them is because the way he draws his levels, he be having wicks all breaking that shit too many times. And it became a closing below his shit and above his shit all the time. So I don't think the support resistance levels are that accurate. But the way he trade in a nutshell, based off of like having a direction buy, I really agree with that. That's how I trade. Waiting for a 1 hour bearish engulfing. I think he'd like wait for a break and retest, and then retest, wait for 1 hour bearish engulfing after that level's retest to take an entry. Stop loss above the high and target the most recent low, whatever it may be. I think that 1 hour bearish engulfing is cool as well, but I just think you could just get rid of the 1 hour bearish engulfing aspect and just drop down to a lower time frame. You could see the bearish engulfing before it even happens to get a better entry. That's basically what I do. I get the bearish engulf. I'm in that bearish engulfing candlestick before it actually becomes a bearish engulfing. And I do that by using 5 minute for market structure shifts. And as that 5 minute is shifting structure, most of the time that shifting structure on the 5 minute time frame is lined up with a 1 hour bearish engulfing, or a previous 1 hour doji candle, anticipating that it's going to be a bearish engulfing, giving me like a little bit better entry rather than just waiting for a bearish engulfing. Think about price get repeat level, and then you sitting there waiting 1 hour, then it don't bearish engulf. Then you wait another hour, then it don't bearish engulf. Then wait 3 hours, another don't bearish engulf. Like, that's too much. But they close the bearish, but they're not bearish engulf. That's too much. Okay. it again, bro. I was talking the whole time. My shit was on fucking mute, bro. I'm not even gonna say about this shit all over again. I don't even know what the last thing y'all heard was. So fucking. Back to what I was saying about TikTok though. So I fell in love with watching. Well, I ain't fell in love. I'm gaslighting it, but nigga, I found a new addiction last night to watching people live trade on TikTok, because TikTok comments gotta be the funniest shit to read, bro. On TikTok live trading, I be reading them comments and people lives, bro. I'm like, bro, what do these people be talking about? The TikTok brain rot is fucking crazy. I was arguing with a nigga in a TikTok live trader's comments about what time New York session start. Like, it fucking blew my mind that people don't know what time New York session start. Like, all it takes is a simple fucking Google search to figure out what time New York session start. And the nigga was arguing me down about New York session starting at 9:30. I said, bro, New York session don't start at 9:30. Just Google it, dude. I literally say 8 o'clock EST. Just fucking Google it. Then the dude gonna say, no, it's not 8 o'clock. It's only 8 o'clock for Forex, not for futures. I said, bro, what the fuck? There ain't no difference in between the session time is when it's starting between different financial markets, bro. New York session is New York session, no matter what you want to fucking call it. New York session open is still New York session open. New York, I mean, fucking TikTok comments is undefeated, bro. Them shits is so funny. He's telling myself, nah, New York open is only 8 o'clock for Forex. For futures, New York open is 9:30. I said, but how you gonna have two different New York opens, bro? It don't even make sense. Just Google it, dude. That shit was so funny. Cause the person that dude was watching live trade, he asked the question in the chat. That person was already in the trade. And it was like 8 something. Or like 8 something a.m. Like 8:30, something like that. The dude asked in the chat, do you trade pre-New York? The girl that was live trading said no. He said, so why you in the trade then if it's pre-New York? I tapped the comment, I said, hey bro, it's 8:30. It's not pre-New York no more, bro. We actually in New York. Pre-New York is like 6, 7. He told my son, no. New York don't start till 9:30. I said, nah, he gotta be trolling right now, right? TikTok comment is fucking funny. You know, I argue with a nigga in the TikTok comment section about the dude said price action evolves. I said, bro, price action don't evolve. Price action from fucking 1998 is still the price action today, nigga. Price action don't change. Dude said, yes, price action do change. I said, so you tell me it's the difference between the higher highs and the higher lows from 1998 than the higher highs and the higher lows than it is today? I'm like, nah, these niggas are gonna be trolling on TikTok, bro. They funny. Dude said something about ICT in the chat. I'm like, I see ICT comment. He's like, yeah, something. Watch ICT 2024 version. Don't watch the 2023 version, 2022 version, something like that. No, that's what reference you made. He said ICT. He said prices actually do evolve. That's why ICT made a 2022 version, 2023 version, 2024 version. I said, nah, nigga, prices ain't never changed. Those are different concepts of the way ICT fucking trade, but it's still price action, nigga. He didn't change. He just changed the concept. He didn't change price action.
higher highs and higher highs is higher highs and higher lows, and lower lows and lower highs is what makes price action price action. Price action is just the data on the charts, and the data don't change. It's just different candlesticks, different sizes, in different places. But the concept of higher highs and higher lows is still fucking price action. Those never change. You're not going to look at a higher high differently now than you did fucking 20 years ago. They don't quote unquote evolve, my nigga. And I'm like, because I think I made a comment in the TikTok chat. I'm like, bro, if you just study pure price action, you don't gotta try to update your shit. You don't gotta try to update the way you trade or a new market model or none of that shit, bro. Just focus on price action, running price action, and create your own entry model based off of pure price action, and then you won't have to change it ever the fuck again. Do like no market conditions change. I said market conditions don't change, nigga. Only thing changed is how big the candles did. Like gold, I was taking gold trades last year with 15 pip, 25 pip stop losses. That was normal. Now, take the same strategy. Now gold, I'm getting fucking 50, 60 pip stop losses because gold just been so much more volatile than it was last year or a year and a half ago. But the price action itself didn't change. Just the candles just got bigger. So the average movement just increased. It don't mean fucking price action changed, dude. Like, what the fuck? But I ran into a couple of people like live trading on TikTok that trade ICT that actually like knew what they were talking about. But the comments is just fucking hilarious, bro. The comments is just straight brain rot, and it's funny as shit to read. And I find joy in arguing with people, so I be in the comments going to work. You know, mama. Nah, yeah, for real, Michael. Like, what? Nah, no, Michael, no. Efficiency. The reason why people like the 930 candle or the 930 theory with futures is because of the London session overlap. People think that when the New York session has more volume than London session, it's a lot faster than the London session. But the only reason why it's a lot faster and it has more volume is because of the overlap. London session ends at 11 a.m. If you notice, at 11 a.m., markets, the volume dies down. It's because London session is over now. So it's now just the regular New York session volume there itself. But from 8 to 11, when New York opened at 8 to that 11 a.m., it's where the most volume is because not only is it London session, but it's London session and New York session. But if it was just New York session by itself and London session didn't have that overlap in volume, then it would just be a regular session, just like any other regular session that doesn't have an overlap. That's the only reason why the 930 gets so much hype around it is because of the fucking London session overlap. But no, New York session don't start at 930. It start at 8 o'clock, bro. I don't know why so many future traders think that should start at 930. Hello? Yeah. But you're not at the gym? Oh, alright. What if it's still in there though? How long you gonna be in there? Alright. Hold on, I'm about to show you right now, Michael. I got you, bro. I got you, Gabe. What time does New York session, New York trading session open? No, this is cap. This is fucking cap, bruh. Can I click this? Why can't I click it? What's this? Okay, New York session. Okay, let's set for it. Let's just change it. Let's change the question. Is it a difference open between bro? Features. Great. All right, I got a better idea, bro. What time does your bro? This is so. New York Session pre-market 8 a.m. New York opens 9:30. Due to if you're trading Forex, the New York session typically overlaps with the London session between 8 a.m. and 12 p.m., which is one of the most volatile in the world periods of the day because of the London New York overlap. So, no fucking way. I'm in disbelief because no fucking way. Fuck. Trade 16 rings the bell at 9:30 and says regular session has now opened. Confusion. Normal trading hours for major and minor. Okay, that's important. In fact, let's go to this. Babytips.com, bro. There we go. Let's look on baby tips. Could have sworn they had a features fucking side to baby tips, bro. Hey, Michael, I'm not jacking it, bro. I'm taking it to the grave. I'm taking it to the grave. Futures market trading hours. Regular futures trading hours at 9:30 a.m. to 4 p.m. Monday through Friday. When it comes to futures trading is important. I'm not jacking it. It's not 9:30. I don't care. It's 8 a.m. Fuck what they talk about. I'm not jacking it.
All right. Before we get back to that conversation, bro. Looking at GU, we just took out this high like I wanted. I want to set a sell stop at the break of this low. Very, very, very simple. I'll do my sell stop slightly below the low. That way I don't get ticked into early based off of spread. But we're gonna do 135,650. And I get to have a 20 pips stop loss in this position. Instead of 17 pips, we ran up to 20. And let the trade run. Looking up, see how the style was looking at hourly. Actually, I want to do the stop loss a little bit higher. I want it above this hourly wick here. But this was the overall candle that did put below the low, so I want my stop loss above that candle. 21. We're going around 25. All right, there we go. I like the stop loss above all of these wicks, all of these projections here. So I'm gonna set the sell stop. Copy this. What pair is this? Let me make sure I use the right pair this time. Because last time I did this shit, bro, I was entering this trade on my trade on more than one account, bro. I traded the fucking wrong thing. Did I just break my motherfucking keyboard? Bro, no way I just broke my keyboard. Fuck. I'll play Fortnite with this keyboard, bro. Yeah. Last time I did that shit though, I entered on the wrong fucking pair. I was trying to take a trade on GJ and I took it on GBP CHF. I was mad as fuck. That trade lost. Wait, what's the stop loss? Yeah, I gotta set it on my other account as well. Okay, over. Sell stop. Copy it. Entry price. Please. Annotate on the chart. Still stop. Not triggered. Yeah. So stop not triggered yet. Annotate the chart. Partial close. And then we can have a nice fat ass runner, bro. A nice fat ass runner. To this minor level down here. For what, a 1 to 2 risk reward, and then below this 1 to 2 risk reward, we have an even further target all the way down here at a 1 to 7 risk reward. But see if we get triggered on this position. If not, it's all good, bro. Let's do a live trade video for YouTube. Alright, I just set this sell stop at the break of these lows right over here. Doing a quick little trade breakdown. My daily time frame is overall bullish, but we are in a retracement phase of a bullish trend. Look on the 4-hour time frame, we are bearish. We had a market structure shift here where let's push down, check out this higher low right over here. Now we make clear lower lows, lower highs. Looking on our 1-hour time frame, we are bearish on this time frame as well. We just made a new low. We had a break and retest of previous lows. Price giving me a pullback retest. I look down to the 5-minute time frame and look at the 5-minute structure. We had a market structure shift here where the 5-minute went bullish, making a new high. Now I focus on this higher high and higher low structure, as you can see here with these higher highs and higher lows. So I'm anticipating this 5-minute structure will go bearish at some point in time, being pro-trend to the 1-hour and 4-hour already being bearish. So I set my sell stop at our most recent higher low, slightly below it. That way I don't get triggered into early with spread. Stop loss above these overall 1-hour highs, above the projection right over here. Now I'm looking to target a 1 to 2 risk reward, looking left at these overall projections area right over here. I haven't gotten triggered in straight yet. I'll see y'all at TP1. I think that version was too long. Let me redo that version. That shit was too fucking long, bro. I'm not even gonna do a fucking trade breakdown. I'm just gonna just say I'm into this trade. All right, I just set a sell stop at the break of this low here. I'm trading this break retest of this early time frame. Price gave me a break retest of this major key level. We took out this previous lower high to the left hand side. We had some 5-minute structure forming here. I'm waiting for this 5-minute to shift bearish, and that doesn't happen until we rebreak this higher low on this 5-minute time frame. I'm anticipating that we could, after taking out this low, we can continue our bearish momentum alongside the 1-hour and 4-hour time frame already being bearish. There we go. That's an easier way to put it. I'm still not talking too much, right? Let's see if we got triggered. We should have got triggered already. Okay, we did get triggered. Let's go. Let's see this momentum keep going down. Lucky turn. I'm gonna stay on here for about another hour, maybe about 1:30ish. Maybe an hour, maybe 30 minutes, depending on how long it takes to go in profit. If we get a nice 30-minute closure going deep in profit at 1-hour closure, I'm just gonna get off and let the trade run. If we sit and draw down for this 30 minutes, I'm gonna sit on here for extra 30 minutes to see if price comes back. Other than that, I'm just gonna hop off at 1:30. If I'm still in drawdown at 1:30, I'm just gonna say fuck it and get off and draw down and let the trade hit stop loss or TP. Either one is fine. A lot. I might not make it to 1:30. I might make it to 1 o'clock. I might not even make it to 1 o'clock. I might make it to 12:45. I'm tired as fuck. But we gonna see. We are definitely going to see. I'm in with 1%. Yeah, I'm in with 1% as well. Can I run some idea questions by you on the Discord? Yeah, go ahead, bro. I think there is a questions tab, a question channel in the Discord. If you got any questions or ideas, you can drop them in there. It could be a trade idea. Well, I think it's the trade idea section as well. If you got any like trade ideas that you marked up from your own chart, you want me to go over and tell you what I think about it, you can send those in the trade ideas. If you got any YouTube video ideas or anything like that, you can just send that. You can send that in the ideas. I don't give a fuck. Or questions. So like, got me a specific thing you want me to break down, like how I draw up my levels, or how I just pick my stop loss, or how I identify the structure, trend, things like that, bro. Got any kind of idea like that? Just drop in the questions channel. Not gonna make a whole video on it. It's like a question that I can make a video on. I gotta have it a plan in my hair, but I can't stop doing it. If I could delete this, for my self stop is actually triggered now. Delete that line. Yeah, German 40 was playing out though. Well, I said aggressive buy at the break this high. I think I said something like this. I'm low below this low. Not too much profit. About halfway to TP1. Almost. 1 to 1 would have been up here, so we about halfway there. Over trades overnight where you close when before the daily candle close. I'm closed before the daily candle close. Unless I go to sleep. If I go to sleep, my stop loss will probably be at break even most of the time. The reason why I like to close before the daily candlestick close though, because you don't know how the next daily candlestick is going to open, and if you don't know which way it's going to go, what's open, you don't know if it's going to go bullet for bear. But in this case, I'm in sales. If the daily candlestick closed right here, I don't want to be in this trade no more, because that means the next daily candlestick you create a top wick first, top me out, and then flip bears. I don't want to be in on that trade while it's like the daily candlestick is just making a up top wick, right?
I really don't want to participate in that. So I like to close before the daily candlestick. Then I daily candlestick open. Break even at 1-to-1. No, not really. I think partially at 1-to-1. Not necessarily break even. You could go break even at 1-to-1 though. I take partially at 1-to-1, but and I hold the full. Because I don't want price to come back to break even and then continue going to my overall target. So hypothetically speaking, if I take 50% off my trade at a 1-to-1 and price comes back to entry and I go to break even, I only made 0.5%, right? But if price comes back to my 1-to-1, goes break even, and then runs to my 1-to-2, I'm still in that trade. If price goes to my 1-to-1, comes deep in drawdown, and runs to my 1-to-2, I'm still green as fuck on that trade. If price goes to 1-to-1, I take 50% off and hit stop loss. This overall will still be a break-even trade because I already took 50% off. Now I'm losing 50% of my initial risk. So this itself will still be a break-even trade. The reason why I don't go break-even no more on a 1-to-1 is because it lets me stay in the trade for longer. And only thing will be at risk will be ending the whole trade break-even after securing parties. If I'm putting in my stop loss in the area that invalidates the market structure, meaning we go buys above that stop loss. So if I'm anticipating that this high is going to hold, and price takes me out here, I will be expecting price to give a deeper retracement. That's why I would want to get out the trade above this area. So if this is what the area that invalidates my trade idea, I don't want price to come back into my entry point, still respect my idea and continue down. So I just take partial off at a 1-to-1 and hold stop loss. Worst case scenario, after hitting 1-to-1 and hit stop loss, I overall end the whole trade at break even. Not a big deal to me. And that allows me to maximize on my gains as well. Best case scenario, I maximize on my gains and I have big runners. That's best case scenario. Worst case scenario, I hit a 1-to-1 and then price hit stop loss overall net and we break even. But if you hit a 1-to-1, take partial, and then when you get out at break even, you only make 0.5%. Oh, what's the straight? Come on though. Actually, this trade is still setting up nice. It's still setting up nice. Even if it closes right here, it's still setting up nice, like this hourly candle close. Because it'll be an hourly doji, right? And then we can anticipate the next hourly to open up right here. Okay, even if the hourly candlestick right here closes, right, it's still good. We can anticipate the next hourly candlestick open up right here.
hit a top wick or so, flip, break the previous hourly lows, and now give us this bearish engulfing look. As long as it closes below this wick, closing below this wick, closing below this wick in profit, and it will be a bearish engulfing. And if this hourly candle doesn't close right here and it closes further in profit, still good because I'm closing the profit, so still benefit me. If this hourly candle right here closes bullish and it closes up here like this with an upper wick like this, and now that look kind of scary. Might be GG's at that point. But if it just closed bullish and draw down right here with a regular top wick, no big deal on that kind of trade either. That's still good as well, as long as we stay below this level. As long as this hourly candlestick closes in this area, I can anticipate our next hourly candlestick create that bearish engulfing. Kind of similar to where was it? What trade I take yesterday? Is this? Or what took this? It might have been last week. Okay, kind of similar to this. Right here. Weak bullish close, follow up bearish candle, bearish engulfing. See how this bearish candle closed and draw down? Next candle gave me that bearish engulfing because of how this was like a pin bar doji kind of setup. Something like that. I have more examples of that actually. Here is another example right over here on AU. Bearish close and drawdown, follow up bearish candle, massive bearish engulfing. I have even more examples of that from my previous trades. Didn't quite get it here. We got a bullish close, almost a bearish engulfing. Didn't quite bearish engulfing, but this was the bullet 1-to-1. Oh, here we go right here. This was last night. Don't run a session. EJ. Small bullish close, big upper wick and lower wick. Guess what? Follow up candle, massive bullish engulfing. Here we go again right here. Pin bar kind of candlestick, like a decision level. Bullish candlestick, follow up, bearish engulfing. Unless I don't know, less on TD, so trade. GDSD. They go the same kind of trade right over here, bro. Damn. This is my fucking bread and butter. At this point, what the fuck? This shit is everywhere. On my entry candlestick, doji candlestick, small upper wick, big lower wick, follow up candlestick, bearish engulfing. All on the 1 hour. This on NZDUSD. Kind of the same right over here. Bullish candle, big upper wick, follow up candle, bearish engulfing, stop loss split high. Guys, 100. Same thing over here. Doji candle right over here. Well, it's not really the same thing. This is 2 candles away. So I'm not gonna use that as reference. Here we go right here. Pin bar kind of candlestick, small body close, follow up candle, let me know price slow down, follow up candle, massive bearish engulf. It's all over the place, man. It's all over the place. Here we go up here on GU. This one right up here. Small body close, small candle wick, slow down the price after bullish retracement, massive bearish engulfing. So I'm anticipating something like that to happen right over here. So I don't even want this. I don't even want this trade to just close down here. I actually want it to close right here so I can get that follow bearish going. We got 5 minutes left in this hourly close. Y'all, this last 5 minute candle fucking treat us. Because right now it look like it's doing some bullshit. We did get a 5 minute closure below this wick as well. That looks good, this 5 minute closure. What's your win rate? My win rate is a 77 right now. Last month, though, I had a 84% win rate. But so far, this month is at a 77. On average, I average above a 70. I don't know the last time I should have dropped under a 70. But on average, my win rate is like in the low 70s. Bro, if I get stopped out in this last fucking 1 minute of this last 5 minutes on this hourly fucking candle, I'm gonna be pissed. Cause what the fuck is this 5 minute candle? Like, if you're gonna take me out, you should have been did that shit. Don't wait for the last 5 minutes of the hourly candle to start going up, my nigga. I've already been in the trade for about 30 minutes already. And you gonna wait till the last 5 minute candle to start pushing against me? Be fucking for real. Nah, yeah, for real, bro. Like the last 5 minute candle, seriously? Is the last 5 minute candle gonna make this only candle close bullish above the level? Is it the last fucking 5 minutes? I can understand if it did this the whole candle, whatever, like it was pushing up a little bit. But this shit been straight, this whole candle been coming down for it. Don't make the last 5 minutes just overall make this shit go up. Let's look at it all now. Let's look at the closing hourly.
Yeah, I'd rather a smaller body close. I don't like how that body is a big body. Like if it came with a close with a smaller body, that would have been better. But it still didn't close above, so I still should be good here. Stop loss is still above the week, so I'm not tripping. But I would have liked a better close. This last 5 minute candle was a fucking bitch. I was sitting here for 30 more minutes. I don't care fuck where price is at. I'm getting off the stream at 1:30 for sure. I'm going to fuck to sleep. I'm tired as fuck. I'm gonna close my gold trade full here though. The reason why I'm closing full is because price is stalling. Remember I said if price start to stall, I'll get out. This is what I mean by stalling. We have a massive long 1 hour rejection, and then we have 3 small 1 hour closes after 2 massive 1 hour closes, right? This is a lot of volume, and this is stalling. So I'm gonna close this trade full right over here off of the level. We're gonna let this trade do what it does. Let's see if we get taken out. Looks like we're about to get taken out. And it just took me out. I'm going to keep this on the chart. Let's make it a little bit smaller.
I was entering off of this market structure shift. We did get a 5-minute closure below it, but it was a confirmed shift. Trade didn't play out. Let's look at the, I think we're just getting a deeper retracement. So I'm still bearish on GU. I don't think it's getting a deeper retracement off of this fib level. So maybe we're gonna retest here. Maybe this is the retest. I do think we're just getting a deeper retracement though. Still bearish overall. I am curious to see how this plays out tomorrow. If we reject this area or do we continue down? Do we really continue up? If we reject this area, I was just wrong about the direction. If we continue up, I was wrong about the direction based off of the time I entered. If we reject this area and then go down, I'm just wrong about the timing of trading off of this area. I should have looked at this area. That's how I see it. But to get stopped out in the last 5 minutes of the previous hourly and the first 5 minutes of the new hourly is crazy. Literally, the last 5 minutes and the first 5 minutes is what did all the moves. Not even this 5, 10, 15, 20, 25 minutes. Last 5 minutes of this previous hourly and the first 5 minutes of this current hourly is what took me out. It's cool though. That's my second loss of the week. I got one more loss of the week. I got one more loss before I start trading for the rest of the week. So I took 2 losses this week already. I took a loss on GJ and a loss on GU. My first loss of the week was this trade here. Where was it? This is my first loss on the week. This was a losing trade. If you look closely, I got stopped out right over here before it overall ran. This is my first loss of the week. And now here's my second loss of the week. If I lose one more trade, I will be done for the week. Other than that, I'm tired as fuck. I'm gonna hop off chat. Let's see how everything else played out that I was looking at though. It's 30, going down. No, it's still consolidating. NGDSD failed. I'm gonna check the Discord for your question when I wake up, Michael. I'm tired as fuck. DJ, GPCHF. This is a break even trade. I didn't lose this trade. This is a break even. I did an ES. Let's look at ES. See what I did. You're about to see you in London. Yeah, I'm gonna trade London. If I don't go to sleep now, I'm not gonna make up for London though. So ES still ranging, and this overall this consolidation. Let's look at German 40. I think I did German 40 setup to pull out. So German 40 real slow as well. Didn't reclaim this low yet either. But yeah, I need to hit it work. All right, yeah, I'm out of here. But I do have a max loss of 3 trades a week. So whenever I lose 3 trades a week, I don't trade for the remainder of the week, just to protect my capital. And then I would just come back the next week in a clear headspace and don't let the previous week results affect my trading strategy. So worst case scenario, whenever I lose 3 trades, the max I can possibly lose a week is 3%, which is not the case this week because I am overall in profit so far. I'm up 0.5% from my previous trades. My GJ law. Oh wait. Okay, no, I'm up 1% from my previous trades. My GJ loss that I took, my EJ win that I took, my gold win that I took, and then I just took another loss. So I'm netting still 1% profit. So worst case scenario, I take a trade tomorrow during London session. I lose that trade. I end the week at break even, and I cut my week short, and come back next week. It's your boy Traderholic, but I'm out, chat. Peace.